Hey guys, it's Nija. Welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, we're going to chat all about how I've been able to manifest a decent amount of travel without having a job. Yeah, this is a manifestation video, so I hope you're ready for this. Hope that you guys enjoy this video. If you do, please thumbs up the video as well as subscribe if you're new to my channel because I post new videos every week. Okay, let's get into it. This video is a little bit more manifestation-y, right? So I'm gonna tell you guys some tips I use to manifest travel even though I do not have a job, and also gonna give you some practical things that you can physically do to help you to manifest and attract more travel into your life. And then of course there's that financial aspect. I'm gonna help you figure out how you can get the money that you need to manifest travel even if you don't have a job. So let's get into it. I have my notes, so if you see me looking down, that's what I'm looking at. Okay. So the first thing I want to say that has really helped me to manifest travel is I create a vision of what I want. I always create a vision of what I want. I always show you guys my vision board journal, but let me get it because it's relevant, okay? I always keep my vision board journal out and open on my little vanity space, right? So I'm constantly viewing and seeing what I want and where I want to go, right? So my tip number one for how you can manifest travel without a job is have a vision. Have visions of where you want to go. For example, you guys know this year I just recently went on a cross-country trip from Virginia, the East Coast, to the West Coast, LA. And there were many places that I got to stop in, one of my favorite being Sedona, Arizona. And I manifested this trip within months of making my vision board journal, right? And so it's so important to have a vision. You are going to be able to manifest things into your reality so quickly when you have a vision of what you want. A lot of times people can't manifest things into their reality because they don't even have any desires. They're not putting out any desires. They're not hoping for anything. They're not wishing for anything, right? I created an intention. In my vision board journal, I said, wouldn't it be nice to go to Arizona? Wouldn't it be nice to go to Colorado? Wouldn't it be nice to go to Los Angeles, California, right? So because I allowed myself to hold a vision, right? This first step is all about visualization. It's about choosing, deciding, saying, affirming, putting it out there, what you would desire to experience, and allowing yourself to, it's like mental foreplay, allowing yourself to live out that fantasy or that dream within your mind, right? So I like to play this game with myself, and it's called Wouldn't It Be Nice? I say, wouldn't it be nice to go to Hawaii? Wouldn't it be nice to go to Florida? Wouldn't it be nice to go to Bali? Wouldn't it be nice to go to Aruba? Wouldn't it be nice to go to Iceland? Like any and everywhere that I desire to see in the world. Wouldn't it be nice to go to Mexico, Tulum? Anything that I desire to experience in my life, whether it's travel or outside of travel, right? Like, wouldn't it be nice to have $1 million business and company? Wouldn't it be nice to have friends in every country of the world? Like, I play this game with myself, right? And it's the game of possibility. This is opening myself up to different timelines that I have access to right now. And you have access to them too. You have access to an infinite amount of timelines, infinite potentialities. All you're doing is lining up to that timeline where you went to Mexico, lining up to that timeline where you went to Arizona, lining up to that timeline where you went to Costa Rica, right? You see it in your mind's eye, play out that fantasy, see yourself drinking margaritas out of coconuts, see yourself laying in the resort chair, seeing yourself playing at the beach, and in seeing it in your mind's eye, you are connecting to that timeline where it already happened. It already happened. There is no lack, there's no separation. I've been there, done that, bought the postcard and sent it back to my family. I had an incredible trip. Have I been there yet in the physical? No. But I've already felt the sensations of how it's meant to feel when I go there in my mind. I'm not missing anything. I'm not lacking anything. This helps me to shake off the resistance and opens me up to the opportunities so that they can come to me, okay? So try this. Wouldn't it be nice to blank? Wouldn't it be nice to go blank, right? Play this game with yourself constantly, and in doing it, also make sure you're pairing up the wouldn't it be nice to, pair it up with feeling really excited and giddy and happy Pair that up with the visualization of seeing yourself there and having that experience. Do this as many times as you can. Do it when you first wake up in the morning. Do it before you go to bed at night, right? These are special times to allow ourselves to visualize, because there is less resistance in the mind and in the brain, in the subconscious mind, okay? So that's why they suggest that you do your visualizations in the morning, right when you wake up, or right before you go to sleep, before your mind starts to wander and go to different places, right? You can actually help yourself to manifest on the astral plane, but that's neither here nor there. You need to see your vision. You need to see it, okay? Here's step number 2 of how I manifest travel without a job. I know a lot of you guys are asking, Nija, if you don't have a job, how are you gonna have money to go places? Like, you have a sugar daddy who's paying for you to go to these things. Let me answer that question for you, sweetheart. So, no, I do not have a job, but I do have income streams. Now, before you roll your eyes, there is a difference between having a job and having an income stream. And it also comes with different mindsets and different beliefs. See, people who have jobs are always under the impression, I could never do that. I could never go there. I'll never have the time to do that. I'll never have the money to do that, right? Because when people who have jobs, and this is not always the case, but it does come with the conditioning of having a job, you believe that you don't have the time, you will never have enough money, you'll never, you know, because sometimes having a job, not for everybody, but for some people, it kind of puts them in a mental box. They can only see their lives through the lens of, will I get permission to do what I want to do? Will I get the raise so I can experience what I want to experience, right? So when you're in this mindset, it's a conditional mindset. You only will allow yourself to do what you want to do if you get permission to do it. In the other mindset, when you have an income stream, you're more flexible. I have multiple streams of income, and they are not dependent on me being at work or going to a job, or, you know, like, I get to create my own schedule and be flexible, and I get to create multiple streams of income. So in having and creating multiple streams of income, it is easier for you to be able to pick up and go and travel, or it's easier for you to pick up more clients so that you can travel sooner, or whatever you need to do. So my next piece of advice for how I've been able to travel the world without a job, and I've called it jobless by choice, right? I've been jobless by choice for the last 3, maybe more years. Right? I decided I was going to quit my job, and ever since I've been free falling out of my little airplane without a parachute, and I'm doing the entrepreneurial thing, and sometimes it's scary and sometimes it's really successful, but the greatest peace of mind is knowing that I'm in control of my schedule, I'm in control of my earning potentiality, I'm just more in control. So I would suggest, if you're trying to manifest travel without a job, create multiple streams of income for yourself. And the funnest thing about income streams is they can be in ways that are really fun and exciting to you. So that will be another topic of discussion for another video, but that is how I've been able to go. Let me just say this last thing. While I was in California, and even on the road trip, and I'm doing my work online, I'm doing my client work online, I'm editing and scheduling my videos online, right? These are my income streams. It grants me flexibility so that I can live the life that I want, and I can decide and choose when and where I want to work. Okay, you have the ability to do that too. Decide what you want your income streams to be. Decide what you want your side hustles to be, right? Build them up. Build them, so next time you have an opportunity to travel, you can keep working while you're on the road if you choose to. You can decide to never go back home and just keep working online in your income streams forever, going from place to place to place to place to place. You can be a digital nomad, and anywhere can be your home. Okay? I collect money from my income streams. I am constantly putting money to the side from my income streams to travel, because I know that travel is something that I value. So you also have to know what your priorities are, right? If travel is a priority for you, anytime that you make money, you might want to start putting a little bit of the money to the side to travel, okay? So that is something that I did when I went to this last trip that we went to California. My girlfriends were all like, okay, we're gonna put aside $600 for this trip. right? Sounds like nothing at all. Like I probably spent less than $600 on this trip to California. Getting there, transportation, getting a flight home, the money that I spent to have dinner and eat out and go shopping. Like you guys watch the vlog, you saw what I did in California. It cost me less than $600. You probably could have done it even cheaper than that, right? But I wanted to go shopping. So anyway, prepare and plan for the things that you desire. Okay, so you know that travel is a priority to you. You can absolutely 100% travel without a job if you have that as a priority and you're constantly putting money to the side to fund this travel endeavor. Okay, so that when the next opportunity comes to travel, and it always does, you are already financially prepared and ready to go. There's not a question of, can I afford to go or not? No, you just go because you know you want to do it and you've been planning and preparing for any kind of travel that comes your way, and you just needed an opportunity to say yes. Okay, so here is the next tip on how I manifest travel without a job. I travel now, okay? I travel now. Any and every opportunity that I receive to travel, if it excites me, if it lights me up, if it makes me excited, I make sure that I say yes, okay? Anytime you set an intention in the world, the universe is always going to test if you really wanted that or if you were just saying that you wanted it.
I know I just recently made the video about the willingness to say yes to life, but now I want to talk specifically about the willingness to say yes to travel, because I think a lot of people have the misconception that it is expensive to travel, or you can't travel, or you know, just the year of 2020 and beyond has made it kind of difficult to travel. But I feel like it starts with being open and being receptive and being willing to say yes, and it really does come with setting the intention that something that you want. So I feel like it's very important with anything that you want, whether it's travel, making more money, growing your own brand or business. The first step is setting the intention, and then after you know exactly what you want and you say, universe, God, source, whatever, you can even call it from yourself, Nija, I want this for us. So what are we going to do to make it happen? And just putting it out there, you will start to start getting opportunities in different places. And I noticed I used to get a lot of opportunities. Like my girlfriend asked if I wanted to go to California, and then I got offered to go to Iceland. And I think I desired to go, but I had a lot of fear, and so I said no. And in saying no, it closed me off from a lot of really incredible opportunities. But if I had just set the intention and said, yes, this is what I'm going to do, and did it, I feel like the universe, God, source, creation would have helped me make that happen. So saying all this to say, you can do anything, and you know this. It starts with intention, it starts with saying what you want, it starts with speaking what you want, and you also have to be willing to say yes. Even if you're afraid, even if you don't know how, even if the physical resources haven't presented themselves to you, you have to be willing to say yes. And in saying yes, things will positively unfold for you. Maybe you need to surround yourself with the right people. Opportunities come when you surround yourself with people who are in alignment with what you desire. So this is something to think about, food for thought. Anything is possible. Set the intention, put it out there, let the opportunities come towards you, and just be willing to say yes.
So anytime that I said that I want something, the universe always triggers a test. The universe is like, okay, you said you wanted this, I'm gonna give it to you and see if you accept it. Okay, you said you wanted to travel, I'm gonna give you a little trip and see if you accept it. I remember I used to get invited to trips all the time, and I would always decline because I never had the money to go, or you know, there was always some excuse. Right? I would just say no. And because I kept turning down opportunities that the universe was giving to me, the universe stopped asking, right? So you have to say yes when it feels exciting and in alignment. Even if you don't know how you're going to afford it, even if you don't know how you're going to do it, the universe will conspire in your favor. God conspires in your favor when you make a clear intention that, yes, this is what I want. This is what I want. This is what I'm going after. Yes, just say yes, right? And so there was I'll tell you guys this story. My girlfriend, the day before she was gonna go, asked me if I wanted to go to Tennessee with her. I recorded the whole vlog. I will leave it up in the card so you guys can check it out.
A lot of people ask for spontaneity, like, oh, I want to be able to just drop everything at the dime and like go travel. Like have friends who can just go out and travel and be spontaneous and let's go have fun and try something we've never done before. And you manifest it so hard, and then when it comes to you, a lot of people do two things. One, they immediately say no, or two, they're like, oh,
they doubt it,
hesitate.
they hesitate,
and they got to think about it. And I'm like, but didn't you manifest this?
Yes.
So now why are you going to say no?
This is the second time this month this has happened to me, because I got the opportunity to make money and travel 2 weeks ago, and I almost said no. I texted them and was like, no, I'm not gonna go, blah blah blah. But then in my head I'm like, but why am I asking the universe to be a travel photographer, to be a traveling brand, and when I get the opportunity to get paid to travel, I say no? Do you see how you're shutting down things that you say you want? So now when I got this text from Jasmine today, I was like, oh yes, heck yes, it's the universe showing up again, giving me another opportunity to say yes. This time it's even more in alignment with what I desire, which is to travel, get content, and that's what we're doing. So
I think you guys should look into the movie. I don't know if a lot of people have watched it, but the movie Yes Man.
Yeah.
It has Jim Curry in it, and it's just about how when you become more positive and just accept things in front of you, it opens doors to things you never thought you would ever do, and it turned out perfect.
Yes, that is a huge key for manifestation, knowing how to say yes. When you say yes, you're literally opening up a door or like a portal that's in alignment to the timeline of where you want to be. So yeah, I love that. Thanks, Jasmine.
You're welcome.
But she said, Nija, I have to go to Tennessee. I need to go check on my rental property. Do you want to come with me? I was like, yeah, okay, sure, I can go to Tennessee. She said, okay, the only thing is we're leaving in 8 hours. I need to go tomorrow. I need to be there in the morning. Are you down? You still down? You still want to come? Now, the old version of myself that I used to be, I might have been annoyed. I might have been like, this is so last minute. Why didn't you tell me sooner? How am I going to prepare? How am I going to get my outfits together? How am I going to get the money together? Like, oh, this is so annoying, right? But instead, I said, yes. Yes, I will go. Yes, I am excited to go. Yes, this is a small little travel vacation, and it might not be Aruba, but you know what? I'm going to say yes, and I'm going to go. You guys, I had the most incredible experience with my girlfriend, Jasmine. And it all happened because I was willing to say yes, even though I didn't plan it, even though I didn't know it was coming, even, you know what I mean? Like, you cannot wait for conditions to be perfect to say yes. Again, see everything as God, source consciousness, the universe is just dangling a carrot in front of my face to see if I'm really hungry to eat, right? So do you really want to travel, or do you think it's just fun to say, oh, I like to travel? You know, like, do you really want it? Do you really, like, if the opportunity presents itself, and once you set the intention that you want to be a traveler, trust me, the opportunities will start to present themselves in very small, subtle ways, right? Someone might say, hey, do you want to go to this new city? Hey, do you want to go to this new state? Right? Like, you got to say yes to the little things before you say yes to taking a 16-hour flight to Bali, Indonesia, right? Like, I've had that experience as well, where I didn't have the money to go, but there was an influencer retreat in Bali, Indonesia, and I was like, wouldn't it be nice to go to Bali? Wouldn't it be nice to live out my fantasies in a beautiful, tropical, incredible paradise? Wouldn't it be nice? Did I have the money to do it? All I had the money to pay was for the deposit. This was not the money to buy the flight to get there. This was not money saved to actually go on the trip. This was not money to even pay off for the entire trip, right? I only had the money to pay the deposit. But I paid the deposit in faith that whatever needed to happen for me to be in alignment and go on this trip, I trusted it was going to happen, right? So you need to have that kind of faith in yourself. And I think it's Robert Kiyosaki who says this. Poor people say, I can't afford that, I can't do that. Wealthy people, or people with a wealthy or rich mindset, say, how can I afford to do that? So that is how you want to be in manifesting, and or just in life in general. Don't put up a barrier or a blockade or a stopper in your mind mentally and say, I can't do that because I don't have the money. Instead, open up that realm of possibility and say, how can I do that? How can I find the resources I need to make this happen? Okay, so that was my next tip. Here's the next way of how I'm able to manifest travel without a job. This one is super, 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 super important. And I think a lot of people overlook it. And yes, it is possible without this, But I cannot tell you guys enough how many times I have manifested travel just because I've surrounded myself with people who like to travel. I surrounded myself with friends who like to travel. I surrounded myself with people who aren't afraid to travel. So this one is all about relationships and who you surround yourself with. Are you surrounding yourself with people who are in alignment with the things that you say you want and desire? When you do that, the people who you're surrounding yourself in your circle are going to present opportunities for you to travel and do the things that you desire to do. For example, I never before had friends who were passport ready and wanted to travel the world and do all these fun and exciting things. But once I put out the intention, man, wouldn't it be nice to have friends that travel, right? And I started attracting people into my life who were already traveling on their own. So of course we can travel together because I'm traveling on my own and they travel on their own, and now we're coming together and we're traveling together, right? So this next step is all about surrounding yourself with people who are in alignment with what you desire. If you desire to have friends that travel, make some friends that travel. Put yourself out there, join travel groups, or you know what I mean, like just find people who are into what you're into and be close to them, be next to them. Let that energy that they got going on rub off on you. Surround yourself with people who have what you want or in alignment with what you say you want, okay? Because I was friends with Jasmine, because I'm friends with Tiffany, because I'm friends with all my friends that travel, Dea, all my friends that travel, because I am friends with these people, when they get opportunities to travel, they think about me and they're like, wouldn't it be nice to travel with my girlfriends? And then they ask me and I have to say yes. When it's in alignment and excites me and feels good to me, I'm gonna say yes. Okay, so the next way to manifest more travel without a job is surround yourself with friends, have relationships with people who naturally like to travel. You will get more opportunities and offers to say yes to. And you want to say yes because, again, remember, when you say yes, the universe is going to give you more of what you want because you are saying yes now. Okay? So I have 2 more tips for you guys of how to manifest travel without a job. And the next one is learn to travel now. Travel now. Say yes now, okay? Create mini trips for yourself now. You are never going to be who you are not until you start adopting and embodying that version of yourself now, right? So what I started to do when I wanted to get in the feel of travel, like I just have an itch to travel, and maybe I don't have the money to go across to another country right now, but you know what I do have the money for? I have the money to go to the next town. I have the money to get a hotel even for just 1 day, and I'm living in that energy of travel. I'm living in that energy of excitement. I'm doing it now. I'm not waiting for conditions to be perfect. I'm not waiting for the opportunity to be perfect. I'm not even waiting for the trip of a lifetime, because who's to say you won't say no to the trip of a lifetime if you won't say yes to a small trip now, right? So don't expect to get what you want on a silver platter delivered to your front door if you're not finding ways to make it happen on your own terms. Find a sense of freedom now before the big plans come, okay? Find excuses and reasons to travel now, okay? Make yourself the traveler now. Step into that version of yourself now. That is the way to embody that energy and be open to more traveling experiences. The more you say yes, the more in alignment you are becoming with that version of yourself who is that world traveler, okay? So here's my last tip on how I manifest travel without having a job. And it is stay open, stay flexible, and say yes. Don't be afraid to say yes. You have to say yes. The universe is always knocking, always, always, always. Anytime you say you want anything, the universe is knocking. You say, I want to make more income, the universe is knocking. You say, I want to make more friends, the universe is knocking. You say, I want to travel, the universe is always knocking. It is up to you to be able to spot the opportunity when it knocks and say yes. This is you metaphorically opening a door that puts you on the timeline of more of what you want. Learn to say yes. Understand the universe, God source consciousness is always going to test you and find out right? F around and find out. Find out if you're really about that life that you say you want, right? When I was starting my business, I would always say, oh, I want coaching clients, oh, I want coaching clients, oh, I want coaching clients, right? But then when people, I would get referrals, and people would be referred to me and they'd be like, hey, I heard you do this, can you help me? And I'm just like sheepishly like just stepping back like, ooh, I am afraid to say yes. I'm afraid to take them on as a client. I'm afraid I don't want to disappoint anybody, right? So it's like the universe is always going to knock and give you what you want to your face in small doses. It might not even look exactly like what you want, but you're going to get it. And it's testing to say if you're going to say yes to the small doses so that I can give you the big doses of what you want. That is all, you guys. That is all you need to be successful. That is all you need to start traveling while you're jobless. It's not always about having all the money that you need exactly when you need it. Sometimes it's about manifesting and generating the money through being open to the experience, okay? And remember, you don't need a job to travel. You need income streams. Yes, there is a difference. Don't get annoyed when people say that, okay? Like, get income streams. Get your freedom back. You'll have more flexibility. You can create more and more income streams so that you can live the life that you want to live, okay? I love you guys so much. Thank you for hanging out with me. If you want a one-on-one coaching session with me so we can talk all about how you are working on creating your dream life, go to nijasym.com/coaching and I am your girl. I will help you out. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please thumbs up, as well as subscribe if you're new to my channel because I post new videos every week. I love you guys. I will see you in my next one. Bye!